Hey everybody, how you doing? Well, I'm back with another adorable DIY from this one. I got this one from the 99-cent store. I am going to alter both sides and we are going to make one of those vintage toys. You remember the toys back in the day that had the wheels, the little wheels like this, and the little pulley? That's what we're going to make out of this bunny today. So stay tuned. Hey guys, we are going to take this 99-cent store bunny and we are going to make it a vintage Easter toy. First thing we're going to do is we're going to trace this on to the paper. And I am using two different papers, one for one side, one for the other, because I think that is going to be cute. So there's one side. So let's cut that. And I have this little small gingham, pink and white. And then on the other side are these pretty shabby chic type roses, which I think will be pretty on the other side. So when you see this bunny from either side, it's going to have a completely different look. This shouldn't take any time at all. These are so much fun to alter. You know, if you got some of these bunnies, you could make these bunnies for baby shower gifts. Put it in with the gift that you're giving the mother-to-be. This would be a cute little vintage gift, I think. Let's see. I'm going to take ink, and I have my dauber, which these work great when you're inking around here. But what I'm going to do first, since both of these are going to be pink on both sides, I'm going to take this Martha Stewart, and this is, what's this color? Ballet Slipper. It's a very light pink, and I'm going to paint the edges pastel, very pretty pink, very pastel. And I think I'll hit the foot and inside here, because I'm not going to try to put paper and I don't want to see this green, so I'm just painting in here. I'm going to gesso this just so I don't have to go over so many times with the pink. Okay, so I'm just going to go back over with gesso. It's going to take a couple coats. That's okay. You know, I think I am going to see if I didn't see anything like this at Dollar Tree though. It was the 99-cent store. But they might have these like at Hobby Lobby when they go on sale, you know, clearance. Because I just don't want this green to be on the edges, you know. That's not the look I'm going for. And we'll let this dry, and then I'll put on another coat. So I'm going to let that dry. And then I will be back. Okay guys, it is the next day because I had to let my legs fixed here. I had to let the bunny dry really good before I put on the paper. And also I wanted to show you this other bunny that I got from the 99-cent store. And this is cute, you know, but I'm going to alter this side of it and it will probably just stand on its own, but I'm going to embellish it. This one we're going to make a old Victorian type toy, a pull toy that you used to see, you know, the one that had the string and you could pull it. My tires, which are these wooden wheels for the toys, and that's what they used to have, is the wooden wheels. Of course, it's not going to move because I'm not jointing it, I'm just gluing it on. But I kept thinking and going back and forth, do I want to paint it or leave them the wood color? And I'm going to leave them the wood color. To me, it would be, I don't know, I just like the thought of just the actual pine look. So, what I'm going to do now, we already cut out our paper to match this. And although it has a little bit of ink here, I should have used a pencil, but my pencil lead was broke. But that's not a big deal. I'll go over it with some ink. And I did get my dauber, which these I love when I'm inking edges. So, let's get started with gluing our pink gingham paper on. I am going to put the glue on the bunny and the paper. Let's just get this positioned. Oh, cute. I really want to see if they have any more of these because these would make adorable baby shower gifts. Okay, so there's the first side. Oh, so cute. Tomorrow after work, I'm going to go over there and see if they have any. To make sure that you have it glued down really good with your glue stick. I would not use a glue gun, and I'd be a little hesitant to use white glue. Now you could, if you do a light, not a heavy amount on the wood. I'm just trimming that foot a little bit. And you can do that once you have it glued on. See where it's over a little bit. But that doesn't bother me because when you ink it, it's all good. Okay, now, this is going to be my other side. So I'm going to have two different fabrics. So what I could do is I could keep it this way, and then when I turn it around, it'll be the right way, if that makes sense. And then I don't have to worry about the ink lines at all. Okay, so, yeah, I didn't realize that it was going to take as long as it did for this paint to dry. I didn't realize it was going to take so long for that to dry. But that's okay. Okay, so there's our bunny again. I used this paper for my daughter's baby shower, for my granddaughter. because it was all princess themed. This was really pretty. And this doesn't take but a minute. Okay, we're almost done. Okay, so now this should be perfect for this. And it is. How pretty is that? That is saying to me, shabby chic. This one is saying Happy Easter. Like I said, some of you may have access to wood pieces. Some of you may still have a scroll saw like I used to. Your husband maybe could cut out some stuff from a jigsaw. Or you could just Google bunny prints, sitting bunnies, and make it out of some heavy cardstock or cardboard. Or if you have a Cricut maker that cuts like the balsa wood, you could use that and still put these wheels on it, because the wheels are going to act as really a stand, if you will, so it can stand up. So you could use many mediums in this. So like I said, if you don't have a 99-cent store, and when I go to look, they very possibly won't have any left. So what I'll do is I will just make a pattern and cut it out of something else if I have to. No big deal. Okay, so I'm going to trim this up and I'll be right back. I'm going to cut this down a little bit and then I'll be back when I get ready to ink. Okay, so I have it trimmed down. So here's one side and there's the other. And now what I'm going to do is get my ink, take my dauber, just get some of the ink from the ink pad. Then I'm going to take my Sharpie and do what I used to do when I did toll painting a lot back in the day. And I'm going to make stitch lines. And that's going to help that ink situation. It just brings dimension to a piece by inking. I think this ink is drying up, kind of. When I ink, I don't go just around the edges. As you see, look how far in to that. I'm all the way into here. I just like the way that looks. That's just the way I do it. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to get my other inks out too, because I have some Tim Holtz inks. But now do you see why I did this pink? Because that green would have looked horrid with this. It just wouldn't have looked good. So I'm going to go get my other inks and get my Sharpie, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I went and got my Tim Holtz. This is Tattered Rose, and this one's Victorian Velvet. So I'm going to mix some of them. Let me, yeah, it's not much time, that's good. Ooh, I like that. This one's the Victorian Velvet. Let's try this one too. Let me get this. There's the color of that one. I really like this tattered rose with this side. There you go. Okay, now we're going to do what I used to do with, I used to do this a lot when I toe painted. I would make stitch lines. And I don't think I'm going to do stitch lines on this side because it's more shabby chic. I'm going to do it on this one because this is more cutesy, if you will, if that makes any sense. Just like you stitched it with some black thread. Just adds another element. And this is always optional. But like I said, on this side, do you see what I'm saying? This is more like a shabby chic where you don't want to make it look more cartoony or I don't know how to word it, but you can tell the difference between this paper versus this one. That's why I went ahead and I went, you know, thought, what the heck, I'll go ahead and do my stitching. Because that's usually when I did it, when I was doing kind of cutesy type. Cutesy would be, I guess what I'm saying, more cutesy. Okay, so now we have it painted. We've glued on our scrapbook paper. And again, here's another one of the things I was telling you about at the first of the year. You remember when I told you I wanted to do more paper crafting and just not scrapbook? This is what I'm talking about, using your scrapbook paper for more than just scrapbooking, because I know, I would bet money, all of us have stash of scrapbook paper stacked high. Am I right? So anyway, now let's go ahead and embellish. Okay, I've got flowers, paper flowers, ribbon, trim. So let's see what we want to do as far as trimming these. Since these are two entirely different looks. Okay, so now I have some embellishments, ribbon, trim, flowers. And when you take flowers off of the stem, don't throw away the leaves because you can use those for things, okay? So let's focus on this side first. What I'm going to do is put some little bits down on her. And we're going to take our pink gingham bow I wish they still had these particular roses. I've had these over 30 years and I'm almost down to the last of them, but I used to decorate with these a lot when I sold stuff. So there's that side. Is she precious? So now let's go over to this side. And for her, I'm thinking I want this, but I think I want some lace too. I think we're going to layer her up. Okay. I think I'll do it on both sides. Okay. And let's see, what do we want? What do we want? I found these over in my stash. Remember I told you not to throw away your leaves? Okay, and there she is. And I just took a little bit of this pipberry right here, and that was from a wedding section, I believe, at Michael's. And layered the leaves that I had randomly, this paper rose, and then the pipberry with the lace. So she looks much more shabby chic. And then look at this one. So you got two different, completely different looks. Now, the fun part of putting on the wheels to make this a little Victorian toy. And I don't care that I'm going over the tail, that's here and there. And I'm going to glue them up. Okay, so it looks like it's where you could pull it. I was trying to decide how far down I wanted the wheels. Now, I could have put them down, I'll show you on this side. I could have put them down all the way, okay? All the way down. But I wanted the body to show as much as possible, meaning a little bit of the foot and a little bit of the tail, okay? So that's what I decided to do with mine. So now, gotta get these on good. Once I have the other side on, it'll be able to rest on that, so it'll be fine. So you want it to match. Make sure it's even. Okay, so there are our wheels. They match up really well. Now all we need is to make our pulley. And for that, I think, because I don't have any pink and white, you guys, this turned out adorable. Look at what a 99-cent store bunny with some wood wheels from Hobby Lobby, scrapbook paper, and embellishments made. An adorable old-fashioned pull toy. And here is the one side. Now obviously this doesn't really pull, well, I mean, yeah, but the wheels don't go around. But isn't that adorable for your decor? Can you imagine giving a mom with a baby to be and personalize it with the name? Oh my gosh, I am in love with this. Really in love, and I'm glad I left the wheels the plain pine and didn't paint them. And then I just glued on a piece of twine as the pulley. So there is that one. Now we're going to do another one. And this isn't going to be a pull toy. This is also from the 99-cent store, and this is what it looked like coming out of the bag. But I'm going to make this one, and I'll turn it around so it'll be the right way when I flip it. Okay. Now I saw some pull toys that, I'll get this over here so you can see it. I saw some pull toys and they have it on a piece of wood, but I don't have a little enough piece, and then they put wheels on it in like old-fashioned Victorian pull toys. So this one's just going to stand up. But you could get this bunny or one like it and personalize it if you wanted it for a child. Alright, so let's cut this one out. I'm not going to keep you the whole time. I'll bring you back when I'm done cutting. Okay, so I got it cut out, and now we're going to glue it. This will go in my kitchen, I think, because that's where the yellow is more prominent. I love embellishing these little wood things. And you can do it too. You don't have to have a 99-cent store. If you have a scroll saw, jigsaw, anything that you can cut a piece of wood out, or if you don't, you can still take heavy cardboard or cardstock and glue it a couple times and make the same thing. How cute is that? Here's what it was. Here it is now. And this is a thick enough piece of wood that he stands really good. Okay, now I have to find some ink, because I want to ink him, and it will probably be brown. So I got to go find my ink and I'll be back. Oh good, I forgot I had this. This is fossilized amber, and it's a little ink, distressed ink by Tim Holtz that I got from a scrapbook store that no longer exists. Came in a pack. This is going to work perfect. Oh, good. It complements the yellow. I'm just trying to tone down the yellow a little bit. And just kind of going over certain parts of it. Now again, you might not like that look, but I do. Oh, that is cute. And I'm leaving the wood the way it is. Kind of old looking, you know. This one's going to be fast. Okay. What do I want to put around the neck? I'm thinking I have this yellow trim that I got from Hobby Lobby that was only 49 cents on clearance. So I'm thinking, I am so excited about these pull toys that I want to go out right now and get get some more. But like I said, if they're gone, I'm not sweating it because I can always make some. Okay. Okay, now what I could do is I could trim him in this yellow trim completely. That would be cute. You know what? I think I am, you guys. I am going to trim it. I can always ink it some more. That would be different, wouldn't it? Making sure to trim exactly how it's shaped, because you want to keep that shape. Oh, that's cute. Okay, we're almost done. Look at that, you guys. That is so cute. I'm just being careful, like I said, to follow the lines of this because you don't want to lose that. That really adds something to that. And you can still see where I inked it in certain spots, and that is perfect with me. Okay, so now I am going to, I think I'm going to put twine. I think I'm going to put these Actually, I think I'm going to mix these two flowers. These are two entirely different flowers, but I'm going to mix them. And I think I want to put some greenery leaves with it. I'm just kind of maneuvering this around. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this flower with a little bit of this ink, just a little bit. So I have a little bit of that same color on this rose as I do where I went around the bunny. I like it. And that's what I'm doing to it. So there you have two 99-cent store bunnies. The one looked like this, and the other one I'll post a picture to what it looked like. But there you have it. What a transformation, you guys. Oh my gosh. I am so excited about these. This is adorable. Adorable. So guys, I really hope you will try this. Whether you cut it out of cardboard, get a pattern from Google, draw it yourself. If you have a scroll saw or a jigsaw, cut out some wood. These are adorable. Okay guys, I just came down to the kitchen because I'm getting ready to start my home tour. So I wanted to show you just a little bit more up close. So there's one side of the pole toy, and here's the yellow one. And it was a very bright yellow, so by adding the trim and putting some of the ink and the color flowers with the twine, it toned it down a little bit. I am so happy with these. These are adorable. So let me turn this pink one around. There's an entirely different look. So I really hope that you will try these. These are worth making. So until we get together again, and we will, remember the world's a better place because you're in it. Don't ever forget that. Talk to you soon, guys. Bye.